one and all, and welcome back to Fantasy Forge. I'm Cameron Holt, and today we're getting back into it with some D&D Pokémon Fusions. If you're binging the series right now, hey, thanks. If you're following along in real time, it's been about 4 months since I've done one of these episodes, so I figured it was about time to jump back into the old Fusion box and make some fusions. If this is your first time here, I have good news. There are 10 other episodes in this series that you can watch right here. You can watch them all. No one can stop you. This time I'm once again using Jess Jackdaw's wonderfully curated list, which you can find a link to in the description down below if you want to draw along with your own fusions. But enough stalling! Let's draw some monsters. Our first Pokemon is number 71, Banette, being mashed up with D&D monster number 62, the Umber Hulk. I like the haunted doll aesthetic of Banette, so I'm going to combine that with the overall shape, language, and physique of the Umber Hulk. You may have heard of the Bagman, an urban myth about an adventurer that became lost in a bag of holding and now exits a random bag every night in search of his home, dragging someone back with him when he doesn't find it, forever lost. But this is just a fairy tale, a myth. What you should be worried about is the sultan glute. There's only been one recorded instance of the wretched beast, passed down in ancient dwarven writings. The sultan glute, or hungry cloth as it translates in common, was once a bag of devouring, masquerading as a bag of holding at the side of a dwarven miner. One night, while excavating a lesser-traveled mine shaft, the dwarf ran afoul of a group of necromantic cultists practicing the dark arts. One of the necromancers attempted to animate the dwarf's bag to turn it against him, but the spell was amplified by the abundance of crystals within the cave, causing the magic to surge wildly. The bag was granted sentience, but due to its nature as a bag of devouring, it had only one desire: to feed. The dwarf, the mages, and many other miners went missing that night. The tunnels were closed to the rest of the world, condemned to spend the rest of their days empty, save for the sultan glute. But wild magic crystals are a rare resource. Perhaps one day an intrepid adventurer like yourself will brave the darkness of the mines to plunder its treasures. And perhaps, if luck is on your side, you won't encounter the sultan glute. Up next is number 27, Zubat, being fused with number 89, the Water Weird. Against my better judgment, I'm going to go the obvious route with this one, if not only because I have a name picked out already. Trickling out from the plane of water come the flying pests of the Aquan realms. Drawn to the material plane by the abundance of small shellfish, bugs, and squids, these elemental curiosities thrive in underwater caves and volcanic vents. Should you find yourself in the possession of a potion of water breathing and a thirst for adventure, keep your eyes peeled for the mizu bat. Because mizu is Japanese for water. Okay, let's move on. The next Pokemon on the fusion block is number 41, Exploud, to be forever tainted by number 85, the Abyssal Chicken. The Abyssal Chicken is a gift that we've received from the module Descent into Avernus, a module that I hope to run soon for my players. The design of this little fiend is disgusting and right up my alley. I apologize for what you're about to see. Also, I did a big dumb and forgot to record like a big chunk of this drawing. I decided to leave it in the video, however, because I'm very proud of the monstrosity I created and felt it was worth sharing. Many horrid wretches trounce about the abyss, but among the most vile and dangerous is that which the commoners have aptly named the abyssopotamus. The huge, fleshy beasts lumber about like spongy pink bananas. Any demon with a brain would avoid the abyssopotamus, lest it be met with the bulging spherical eyes and gaping maw of gnarled teeth. Due to the lack of a proper digestive system, and being mostly mouth, the abyssopotamus holds its victims within its iron-like jaws and digests them slowly and painfully. If you find yourself accosted by the smell of sulfuric brimstone and feel a rumbling in the earth beneath your feet, just pray that it's a demon prince rising out from the abyss. At least they have the courtesy to drive you mad before grinding you to mush. Our last fusion of the day starts with number 59, Mawile, and is exacerbated by none other than number 93, the Bone Claw. So it's a mouth-horned Pokemon and a failed Lich, eh? I can work with this. Therius toiled away in darkness, always awaiting the next dream. Another vision, a sign from the great old one of what to do next. But he grew tired of taking orders. He had reached new heights of power in his exploits. What if I were the one to give the orders? He thought to himself. I need not answer to an ancient being, for I have my own strengths now. I shall bestow the gift and have others toil beneath me. But the great old one, ever watching and listening, was displeased by this callous notion. If Therius hungered for power so, then the great old one would make sure he hungered forever. By the eldritch powers, Therius's greed was punished. He was warped and transformed to a physique that matched his greed. And thus, a precedent was set for those who would seek to rise above their station in service to the great old one. And Therius became the first pactmaw. You made it to the end of the video! Thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe for more of the same, and even more variety where that came from. I also build terrain for tabletop games, I paint miniatures for D&D, I do some speed drawings of fan art of shows that I like to watch, and all kinds of things. I'm going to be doing a special giveaway when the channel hits 1,000 subscribers, so make sure you stick around for that. And be sure to subscribe so you can participate. In the meantime, you can watch my other videos, draw along with me, and I'll see you in the next video. But until then, stay safe out there, adventurers.